Down in Manitowoc, Wisconsin, we're going the Manitowoc. Oh, that's Manitowoc. I know where Manitowoc is. I got all excited. So Manitowoc, Wisconsin, the Arctic Arrow is going to be going for a world speed record, and we have Kurt Anderson up here. You pilot this thing, and the first question I have for you, and the question that always comes out is, how do you stop?
Well, it's got two parachutes, a primary and secondary, and then I created a pneumatic ice claw that's really an emergency brake. So the parachutes are what stop it.
Oh, really? So the ice claw is just there for an emergency situation?
Yeah, in fact, I had to use it once in Sweden when my steering wheel broke off. We had a really rough course, and so it worked.
That's absolutely incredible. And I guess the question for you is, the rocket itself, what type of rocket is it on there?
So it's a hydrogen peroxide rocket. So it's essentially a steam generator. The motor converts the hydrogen peroxide to steam.
And so I'm going to bring this up because I know this. Hydrogen peroxide rockets are absolutely incredibly powerful, and actually NHRA, I believe, outlawed them running because they are so fast. And then here you are strapping yourself to one. How does it make you feel?
Yeah, it's good. So the truth is, in 1982, the car count was so low that the NHRA just abandoned the program because there wasn't enough people to support it. So they were never banned. But they are, in fact, the fastest vehicles on Earth.
And that's absolutely incredible. And the world record of 247 miles per hour. Now we have Kai Michelson over here. And Kai, come over here for just a second.
Sure, how you doing?
Good. You got to talk on the microphone. You can't just yell at me.
Well, either way. I can do it either way.
Okay, so here's the question. You tell me, and this is absolutely incredibly. First off, tell everybody out there how many world records you have.
Well, we set well over 70 world records throughout the year, throughout my racing career. But I started out racing motorcycles, and I actually raced snowmobiles back in about 1969 with snow coning many years ago.
That's absolutely
long time ago. So and Kurt's involved in our rocket deal very much so. In fact, he got addicted to it about 6-8 years ago. And he's been doing nothing but thinking and talking rocks just like I do, which is good. So that's rock has been my life ever since I was 13 years old, and I got my first chemistry set. And back then, instead of this disappearing ink and the boring stuff, it taught you how to make black powder, and that led for firecrackers to bombs to rockets. So that's how it was. But Kurt has done really a good job with this sled, and it's more than capable of running 300 miles an hour. So if he's got a good track and the weather's right and he gets a hold of it, he's going to go 300 miles an hour. That's what we're really shooting for.
Absolutely incredible. And you told me another very cool fact about yourself, and I want you to share it with them too. You also hold another honor that you're the first person to be.
Yeah, I'm the very first civilian or amateur to actually get licensed by the federal government to put a rocket into space, and we did that in 2004. 3,580 miles an hour, 72 miles up, and we recovered it. So that's the biggest feather in my cap, at least.
That is absolutely incredible. Well, thank you so much for coming up and joining us.
And thank you.
And Kurt, I'm going to ask you if they want to watch this take place, where do they go, and when does it happen?
So about 2 hours south of here in Manitowoc, Wisconsin, February 15th and 16th, during the Snowdeo, I'm going to be running this Arctic Arrow.
And then I guess the other question, how many times a year do you have the opportunity to attempt a world record?
Well, the last time I ran this was February of 2018 in Sweden. So I've spent the last 2 years reworking some of the tracking and suspension on it. So this will be the first time I've run it since then.
Absolutely incredible. And you guys are hanging out down in the Derby Hall. They can come visit with you and take pictures and everything
Yeah,
else?
it'd be great. Yeah, we'd love it. Love to talk to people and show them what we're doing.
There you go. So go down and make sure you visit the Rockin' Boys Arctic Arrow down in the Derby Hall, the All-Star crew down there as well. You can get some autographs and take some pictures. They'd love to talk to you about it, but hydrogen peroxide rocket. I always talk about a rocket sled on rails, and you own one.
Well, it's 101.
There you go. So make sure you visit with them. Thanks so much for coming up and seeing us.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, you take care now.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yep.
please.